This has been interesting to watch because you know what both teams are trying to do, and that could be why it's a little sloppy right now, because the defense of both sides, they're disrupting the offense. Great ball movement. Memphis with the full ball reversal, finding the inside player.
Fuqua with the delivery. Jones with the score and a three-point opportunity.
That is how you eat the zone up right there. You get full ball reversal. It goes from one side of the floor all the way to the other, making the zone shift and work. That's where you find the gaps and the vulnerability.
Good wraparound. Ann Jones with her first bucket of the afternoon. She averages 6 a game. Selmina goes out. That foul was on her. That's 2 on her. Terry Berry back in the lineup for the Lady Eagles, and the three-point play is converted by Ann Jones. Selmina spent 2 years at Chipola Community College. Her mother was a professional basketball player in Latvia. And Memphis enjoying its largest advantage of the afternoon. Faulkner on the exchange with Carey. And out of bounds, Naisha Pierce stepping on the boundary. And turnovers have been a major issue for the Lady Eagles this afternoon. A big reason why Memphis leads it by 8.
Grill.
18-10, Memphis the lead over Southern Miss. Melissa McFerrin in the Tiger huddle. Her 5th season in Memphis, and steady improvement here in the Bluff City.
5 of those faces are freshmen. And so that in of itself has been a tremendous challenge. As you know, college basketball programs are very complex systems. And those 5 freshmen and those 3 new players, quite honestly, it took us some time. We had to have a tremendous number of reps in the early season for them to be comfortable with where they were in our offensive schemes and in our defensive schemes. Terminology has been a big challenge. And quite honestly, also just understanding the way that we play and the intensity level at which we try to play.
And defensive intensity is really what she was preaching, particularly after losing at Houston, where they just could not contain dribble penetration from the Cougars.
And you know, it's a change for Coach McFerrin, because in years past, their defense has been so sound and so disciplined. Now you have to teach that and implement it to a bunch of new faces. And you heard her talk about terminology. That's a key part of the learning process.
Fuqua hitting the offensive glass. And the lead expands to 10. McFerrin with an extensive resume. Faulkner got hit in the face. No foul was called. Gets the step against Jackson. Had a nice setup, but very unable to convert. McFerrin played at the University of Missouri, was head coach at American University before coming here to Memphis, and also spent some time at Ohio State. And it was also a general manager in the WNBA, working with both Minnesota and with the New York Liberty.
Yes, and she was the GM with the Washington Mystics, too. We talked about that because I spent some time with the Mystics, so we have some paths crossing in our past.
7 on the clock. Abdul Qadir. Shot clock down to 3. Gotta let it fly. Jackson does. Gets rim. Offensive rebound. Put back won't fall. And look who's there. It's Asiana Fuqua.
And no surprise that Southern Miss is going for a timeout. That was 3 rebounds. 3 opportunities to score in 1 possession. That's the last thing you want to see when you're coaching.
30-second timeout taken by the Lady Eagles. And Asiana Fuqua is working hard on the glass. Ajanaku got the initial look at it. Fuqua, the leading field goal shooter for the Tigers. Stephanie at 62%, averaging 5 rebounds a game. Already has 8 this afternoon to go along with 12 points.
They've been very good. I mean, both coaches were concerned about how their teams would perform this afternoon, because when you have youth and inexperience, I know this is sounding like a broken record, but it's the reality of the situation for both of these teams. When you have youth and inexperience, you have unpredictability. You don't know what you're going to get. You're hoping for the best, but they have lots of ups and downs. So if you can see some execution out there, then you're very happy.
And this is an unusual venue for these teams. Typically, the Tigers play at El Marone Fieldhouse, a much smaller facility on campus. Now you're playing in FedEx Forum, an NBA building. It's a little different. It's a different experience, and both coaches expressed a little trepidation about not being in an on-campus situation. Not that it was a bad thing, but simply different. Offensive rebound, putback. Wendy Miller is fouled on the putback attempt, and she'll go to the free throw line. 16 foul on the Tigers, and Wendy Miller to the free throw line, where she is a 25% free throw shooter. And Southern Miss trying to break Memphis's momentum any way that they can. The Lady Eagles just 3 of 13 from the floor with 10 turnovers. As we tell you, it is the race of a lifetime. Win the ultimate Daytona 500 experience. Tickets are on sale now at Daytona500.com.
It's that time of year again.
Great American race on its way. So Southern Miss at the moment down 11. And a substitution here as Naisha Pierce goes out and Tiara Polnitz returns. If you're Southern Miss and Joy Lee McNellis, Stephanie, what do you try to get accomplished over the final 6-12? Because this has not been one of their better halves of basketball.
No, but this is it right here. You see where they're picking up ball pressure, picking up three-quarter court. They're trying to mix things up a little bit, maybe force a turnover. They have to get defensive stops. That's the only way that you can make up a point differential. You can score all you want, but you have to stop the opponent.
And another offensive rebound for the Tigers. Jackson lost the ball. She started to make her move. Abdul Kadir, Ajanaku, Hope, Fuqua Bay, and Jackson on the floor for Memphis. Faulkner, Polnitz, Clemens, Miller, and Brown for Southern Miss. 20 on the shot clock for the Tigers. Ajanaku, post delivery, knocked away, stolen. Karan Brown with the overplay. Faulkner back the other way. Can't convert in transition. Rebound wrestled away by Jackson. Tigers looking to run. Ajanaku ahead of the field.
That's unfortunate for Southern Miss. They forced the turnover. They got the stop, came down, and here we are again. They turn the basketball over. Memphis in the passing lanes, but Southern Miss has to take their time, make the right play.
Southern Miss averaging 19.5 turnovers per game. They have already committed 11. The Tigers have kicked it away 8 times. Tigers already 11 points off of Southern Miss turnovers. And dropping it in, Bilkis Abdul Kadir, third leading scorer for the Tigers at 10.5.
So now you're going to see Southern Miss take a look at the tempo. They do want to push the ball, but not at risk of turning the ball over. You don't want to make that long pass quickly if the defense is still transitioning and in the passing lanes.
What was it Coach Wooden used to say? Don't confuse activity with achievement. Nice step through move by Clemens. She was fouled and will go to the line. Well, the Tigers getting out in transition with the score here. And Bilkis Abdul Kadir left all alone. Broken hand, healed, wrapped, finds bottom with that one. Abdul Kadir has gone for double-figure scoring in each of the last 3 games. He's got 4. The free throw by Clemens. Ariel Hearn comes in for Abdul Kadir. Southern Miss, no stranger, Stephanie, to deficits. They have had to rally in 7 of their 9 wins. Now, the biggest deficit they have overcome to win a game, 14 against Savannah State. Trapping pressure on the sideline, 4.5 remaining. And the Lady Eagles down 13. No-look pass inside. Fuqua Bay sweeps it out of bounds. And it will be Southern Miss basketball. Largest lead for Memphis this afternoon, 15.
Well, that's how you can overcome deficits. Trapping the ball, forcing turnovers, getting in the passing lane, but overall making stops. That's the only way you can make up the differential.
Jamera Faulkner, averaging 17 a game, has been limited to 2. 3-point try, long by Carey.
It's a great play setup, though. They had a little dribble handoff, double screen on that weak side for Carey to get the wide open jump shot. She's their best shooter, so they're getting the look they want.
Jackson had it and then had it knocked away. 17 to shoot for the Memphis Tigers. We've got a timeout on the floor with 3:53 remaining in the first half. Memphis Tigers leading at 26-13 over Southern Miss. Memphis Tigers a 26-13 lead, just under 4 remaining in the first half. Stephanie Reddy, they say possession is 9/10 of the law. I'm not sure what turnovers are, but it's not good, particularly if you turn it over and then you can't stop the opposition.
Right, and that's a problem, and we expected it to be a little bit sloppy here. As we mentioned, this is a big game. Conference play has started. You do have a lot of inexperience out there, but you can see where the Tigers are taking advantage of the turnovers. They're scoring 13 points off of turnovers, and Southern Miss still trying to figure out how to get it done.
And the Tigers also dominant on the glass to the tune of 22-10. 8 rebounds by Asiana Fuquabe. She's on the verge of a double-double. She's got 8 rebounds and 12 points.
Well, Memphis has 11 offensive rebounds, which is 1 more rebound than Southern Miss has total.
Well, Joy Lee McNellis told us before the game she gets fired up. I suspect she'll be fired up in the locker room.
Oh, for sure.
Memphis turns it over, and here comes Faulkner. Faulkner with 15 points against Marshall on Thursday night in the win. He's gotten only 2 shots this afternoon. Off-balance banker by Geronte Clemens.
Wow, a lot of contact there. She's looking for the foul, but I like how she goes to the basket and is still able to finish with the contact. Faulkner setting that up beautifully.
Both teams with 7 team fouls. Hearn, Hope, Fuquabe, Jackson, and Devin Mack on the floor. This is Mack on the wing. Skip pass, stolen by Faulkner.
You can see Southern Miss now. They're starting to pick up their defensive intensity. They forced several turnovers in a row, and the last possession was the first time we've seen them actually be able to convert that into points.
Good strong move down the lane by Clemens. Will be rewarded with free throws. Did not get a call the previous time, but does get one here, and will go to the free throw line on the foul.
You can see the dribble penetration there, taking the contact, still trying to get the ball up to the rim. Just got her arms all tangled up, but I like the aggressiveness. That's what they need to try to get this thing going. They need to get some easy buckets, see the ball go through the rim.
Devin Mack, her first foul, 8th on the Tigers. And Clemens back to the free throw line. 6 points against Marshall. Mack's going to go out of the ball game. She'll be replaced by Lauren McGraw. That one spoons out. Offensive rebound. Karan Brown. Fresh clock. Fresh possession for Southern Miss. Desperately in need of possessions and points.
Well, that's definitely the way to do it. Get the offensive rebound. We haven't seen a lot of those today out of Southern Miss, but we're seeing the momentum start to change.
Faulkner skip pass, 3-try missed by Carey. McGraw. Faulkner went down trying to draw a charge. Play on. Southern Miss throws up a zone, and a long bomb thrown up by Ariel Hearn, who shoots 30% from 3.
She was deep, but you have to know your personnel. She is a shooter. If you're going to sit back in the zone, you have to contest the jump shots from your shooters.
And a travel on Clemens.
Hearn is sizing it up. Look at her. She sees what they're doing. They're laying off of her. She has time to get a rhythm dribble and then pull up in the jump shot.
Ariel Hearn with 5 on the afternoon, her first 3-point make. Under 2 to play first half. Tigers have led by as many as 15. Good delivery underneath, and the finish by Posada Hope, and she's fouled. A 3-point opportunity.
And again, Pete, that we saw that easy bucket because of the ball reversal. The ball goes all the way around the horn and then inside, dumped it to Hope. And she does a great job of following the ball around, asking for it.
Wendy Miller commits the foul, her first 8th team foul on the Lady Eagles. Hearn, offensive rebound off the missed free throw, blocked from behind by Barry. and a held ball situation, and the arrow favors Memphis.
I think this rebounding situation will be addressed by both coaches at halftime.
Well, here's what's amazing, Stephanie. Nicole Dixon picked up 2 early fouls. Melissa McFerrin put her on the bench. She stayed on the bench because it has been the second unit on the front line as Posada Hope scores again. They're the ones that have done the most damage for Memphis.
And it's what we talked about earlier about how the injuries have forced Memphis to throw their young girls out there trial by fire, and now they've got so much experience. They're like veterans.
Faulkner misses from 3. Rebound picked up by Hope. Lauren McGraw, speed dribble all the way to the cup, plays it in. Memphis a 33-16 lead with 63 seconds remaining in the first half.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Joy Lee McNellis told me, I think the 2 guard lines will equalize each other. What concerns me is the Memphis front line. Hearn commits the foul, banked in by Carey, and a 3-point opportunity for Tanika Carey. I don't think Joy Lee McNellis figured that it would be somebody other than Nicole Dixon that would be carrying the mail for Memphis.
I think you got that exactly right.
One more for number 15.
And you can see the up fake. That was a nice move, getting the defense up off the floor. Still able to finish.
But it seems that any shot Southern Miss is getting is contested or off balance.
It is, and you see Dixon is sitting there and doesn't have to go back in the game. What a luxury for Memphis that their second unit has been playing so well here in the first half.
McGraw with the post entry. Hope inside passing. Fuqua Bay scores again.
And that's what you were talking about, Pete. That inside presence that Memphis definitely has the advantage, and they're exploiting it.
37-19. Memphis shooting 44% for the half. Shot clock is off. The Lady Eagles just 26%. They are 0 for 6 from 3 and have been out rebounded by 15. Clock down to 6. Strong move inside Carey. And that will do it for the first half of play. A dominant performance by the Memphis Tigers, trying for their first conference win. Meanwhile, the Lady Eagles, they're coming off a 2-point win. They had to rally from 10 down against Marshall. They need to rally from 16 down here this afternoon in Memphis. Halftime from FedEx Forum on the way. We'll update you on the latest Conference USA news and scores. First half stats and highlights as well. Tigers lead it over the Lady Eagles 37-21 at the break.